Welcome to a Few TSU Sports Fans podcast, where we talk all things TSU sports and our passion meets the game. From the biggest plays to the hottest debates, we bring you everything TSU sports. Whether you're diehard or just getting in the game, we've got you covered. Let's talk TSU. Go Big Blue.
Welcome to another episode of A Few TSU Sports Fans. Today we have the regular guys. We have TSU Madness.
What's up, Big Blue?
Demetrius.
Yo, what's up, Big Blue?
And we have a very special guest. Social media influencer, HBCU culture, aficionado, producer, HBCU content creator, also in the nonprofit space, and also does great things with social media. Cara is a 2001 Tennessee State University graduate. She is from DeVille, so she's seen it from being a really small place to being what it is now, the capital of you call those
Boots.
Boots and all that stuff, and I'm like pre-wedding. It's not pre-wedding.
Bacheloretteville.
There we go. Bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
It's like pre-wedding. That didn't make any sense. Bachelorette parties. So, welcome to the show, Car. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. What's up, Big Blue?
Welcome.
Good to be with y'all guys.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for coming on.
And actually, I saw her on Instagram, on the gram, doing her thing with going to the football games. I said, we got to bring her on. So she's like the first lady who isn't a coach at Tennessee State, right? So this is a true TSU fan. So she's the first.
I feel so privileged.
So I had to bring her on. But she made a great little sizzle reel about the John Merritt Classic, and also one for the Legacy Series too as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, glad that you could come on.
Thanks for noticing.
And so, being from Nashville, I knew a few people from Nashville, when Tennessee State, if they did go, they were sort of quiet. But what convinced you to go to Tennessee State University?
My family. So I am legacy, y'all. So I am TSU legacy royalty. My parents went to Tennessee State. They had me and my sister. She's my oldest sister. They had us, y'all. They had us up on campus before we were even born. And then I remember, like being like 3, 4, 5, going to the parades, going to the football games. Even when we played in the hole, when we played MTSU at Vanderbilt, like sitting in the cold, waiting for the Aristocrats to get on the field. So it was in me. I mean, it was in my DNA to actually attend and graduate from Tennessee State University. So I also had like cousins and uncles and aunts. My uncle was actually SGA president. Don't ask me which year because I don't remember. It was in the 70s. And then I had a cousin that actually played he was with Bill Thomas when Bill Thomas coached, and he was a football player. So it's just in me. It's in my family. It's in my DNA. So.
That's good. Sorry, I think I got the next question. My bad. I was still listening. All right, so tell me your favorite memory. I want to hear your favorite memory, and then your favorite sports memory. So you have to give me 2.
Okay, so favorite memory as a TSU student.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably say, oh man, it was so many, but I would probably say my favorite memory was Wednesdays. When we would all be at the student center, you got the Greeks, you got the DJs, and I mean, like, you meeting up with your girls, you seeing all your little friends, you know, in between class, and we just had, I mean, we had the best time. I would say as far as athletic memory, of course, goes back to football. Y'all remember the Atlanta Classic?
Mm-hmm.
That was like, to me, that was like the best classic, man, because I mean, everybody was there. You're experiencing not only the game, but you're experiencing the city, and all the blackness that Atlanta has to offer. And I do remember, this is when Leon Murray was playing, and Tyrone Butterfield. And I remember we were at that game. I mean, Aristocrats was already just jamming. And I remember looking up, and we were like, I feel like we were so close to the end zone. Leon Murray threw that past that ball, and I believe it was Tyrone Butterfield that caught it.
Yeah.
And I mean, the entire arena
Mm-hmm.
exploded. I mean, I
Yeah.
remember it like it was yesterday.
Yep. Yes,
What
ma'am.
year was that?
That right
That
there.
2000? Was
Huh?
that year 2000?
I think that was 2000.
Yeah, yeah. That
Yeah.
being from, I grew up in Columbus, Ohio, and I was at that game, and that's what
Okay.
exposed me to TSU, and that's what
Wow.
triggered me to go, because I think Who Run It was that's when Who Run It was popping with
Yep.
3-6.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was actually at that game because I was
Yeah.
visiting Morehouse at the time, and I said, "Well, who was that school over there?" And they said,
Right.
State, and I was like, "Okay, we write that down because I know when I get home, that's where my research is going."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Add it to the list.
Yeah.
You see
Another
how
thing too.
powerful that is?
Mm-hmm.
Because another thing too that we
Wow.
did, even as TSU students, like we would like, because of course they throw the flag if the band played, right? And so what we
Yes.
were doing, we would like hum the song.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Like do that, and
Keep it
then
going.
then also the band come in. Like,
Yep.
so we brought wherever we went, because we had a lot of places we went to. Memphis, of course, too, as well. So we were everywhere, man. No matter where we went, we went to East Kentucky. We didn't care. We like the little small, the folks who still went to that, we were still, we were still cranking like we
Yep.
were the band. We just brought it
Yep.
wherever we went. We brought it with us, man. That was some special time. So special
It
times for me.
was special.
Yeah, good time.
Very
So
special.
for
So
one
yeah,
reason
that
to
was
leave.
that was one of my favorite moments.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So, I want to talk about, because you mentioned you essentially grew up on campus, right?
Yeah.
As a young kid, and your parents, exposing you to Big Blue, as far as you can remember, right? As an alum, and you've progressed early into your career, and all that good stuff. What keeps you coming back, right? What keeps you? Because we see you. You're the influencer. You're the aficionado. You look great on social media in your Reflex Blue, doing your thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. But what keeps you coming back and attending these games?
Great question.
That is a very great question. I just think it's, it's the love, man. It's like I want to see TSU win. I want to see TSU thrive, and I'm going to do anything I can to support. Um and of course, I keep on talking about the band, but the band, I mean, it brings me back. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
love band season. I mean, I love football, but I really love band season. And it's just the culture, I feel like these past games have been like mini homecomings. So,
Mm-hmm.
during tailgate, it's like I've seen so many people that I hadn't seen in a while. And so it's just good to reconnect and then get inside the game. Y'all, every time I go to a game, I feel like I've been coaching.
As you should.
Because, yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been coaching. I mean, throat sore, head hurting because I'm screaming so loud, supporting the guys. And then also just up dancing because the aristocrats just, I mean, they just make you do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't try to do it, but when you hit a band, it's like you can't help it. So
Yeah.
So you,
but yeah, I think mostly it's just the culture, is the people, and then just just I'm here in the city, and I want to support. I want to continue to support.
Yeah, Mandis, let me follow up to this. So we on our show we talk about a lot of things that really touch the core to Big Blue Nation, to our fan base, and one of them is attendance, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you go back and listen to some of our episodes, I'm the optimistic one. I'm the one that's how many we gonna have at homecoming? 40,000, right? And I'm usually the one that um
it's unrealistic.
is yeah.
Wow.
There we go.
Here we
So
go.
so let's talk about you, because you've been in Nashville, right? Since, well, I shouldn't say you've been there all your life, but you've been a Big Blue Tiger for pretty much all your life. Um, what are your thoughts on seeing the peak and valley of attendance, right?
Yeah.
From, I'm sure in the mid to late '90s, we was crushing it, and then in the early mid 2000s, it was really really disappointing. But now we're starting to see a little bit of a swing. I'm hoping they can continue to trend upwards. But in your experience or in your opinion, what's the driver for that shift?
Really think it is just not enough good stories out there about the school to support. Sometimes I feel like the university can be in its own world.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I feel like, if you're not reaching out to people and engaging your fans, your alums, things like that, if you're not keeping them up on what's happening, you you know participation is going to dwindle. you
Yeah.
know but I feel like it's a lot that's happened where people or alums or supporters have, they're kind of like, they may not support a certain coach. They may not support a president, you know what I mean? And so that's kind of pulling them away from supporting the school. But I feel like it's just so much, it's so many
Yeah.
things. But I think the biggest thing is the engagement with the
Mm-hmm.
alums and friends, and the reason why you having these, peaks and valleys with attendance.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, and that's one of the reasons the three of us, you know, gotten together, and we really are, this was really born through social media and Twitter, and a lot of us are commenting on sports, and it's like, well, damn, Madness is saying this, he's thinking the same thing, he's saying the same thing, he must be watching the game, and I've never met this man. And then we just got together and collectively said, look, let's start putting our voices out there, and then bringing people like you on and others to share in that. That's really what this is about.
Yeah,
I've always said that at least when I arrived at TSU, you said, well, where you from? Oh, I'm from here. And it's like, hey, you from here? It should be flipped. When we think about Memphis and Atlanta and Birmingham, those are pretty much the drivers for student population. But I've
yeah,
always felt we being Tennessee State has to reclaim Nashville and
that's
take
right.
Nashville back over, um, and really really open that pipeline back up to where kids that may not be able to go you know, elsewhere, may not be able to leave, TSU should really be their first choice. But I
That's
appreciate
right.
your perspective.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do want to say one thing because I agree with you about Tennessee State should, you know, be the university of choice, especially in Nashville. And there's so many ways that they could do that. Again, I'm telling you, it's all about engagement. I mean, it's about putting your students out in different community,
Hmm.
like schools, different community events, putting your athletes out there where they're meeting people, where they're meeting kids, where they're meeting high school students, and just being a part of the community. And then them realizing, wow, this is what Tennessee State produces. These are the people at Tennessee State.
Yep.
So yeah, it's all about engagement.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, where do you think that engagement comes from? And you answered it. You think it should come from the university, in their programs to help students and faculty and others, go out into the community and just be a part of different things around Nashville. You're in
That's right.
Nashville. None of us are in Nashville. Do you see that enough, or do you see it happening more now than it did the past, or what?
I don't see it happening as much as I think it should, but I will say this. I do feel a different energy.
Yes.
Um, Now I feel like, President Tucker has brought back that energy where people are more engaged. Can you do more? Yeah, they can do more. And hopefully they will start to, engage the community more, which I think they will. Because he was the one that said in one of the Zoom board meetings that we have to start telling our own story, our good
Hmm.
stories, what's
Yeah.
happening. So I know that it's gonna happen.
Yeah, totally agree. I see it too. The three of us see it. We see
Yeah,
the discussion around TSU, President Tucker saying the right things, is and giving us the charge, to
yeah,
speak positively about Tennessee State and to overwhelm all the negative talk that people want to say
that's
about the
right.
university. Yeah, totally agree.
Who else is gonna do it? We
Right,
gotta do
we got to.
it.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, definitely get back in Nashville. Especially since Nashville's now a different city. It's sort of like
Yeah,
even me, I'm from Ohio, and I tell people I went to Tennessee State. Oh, you're in the country, and it's like it's nothing like that anymore. Like that
right.
is a lot less mom and pop stuff. Like that stuff is hard. It's hard to find that now. We got
Right.
Prince's is a big brand. It's Slim and Huskies. The guys went to school with us. Like that's a big brand. So everything Sweats is it was a
Yeah,
big brand locally. Now it's like a brand. So like a lot of the black owned spots. A lot of TSU affiliated. TSU ran. I mean, those are now like big brands. Even though there's
that's
some
right.
bigger ones that come over, but Prince is the original. You get the hot chicken from
That's
the other
right.
spot, but the hot chicken is really good at Prince.
Yep. That I
So
tell anyone new that it has moved to Nashville, Prince's first because
yeah,
that's the OG. That's the OG.
yeah. So we here we just got to like recapture that kind of energy that we
Yeah,
had. And so we'll see. We got a new basketball coach too as well. So we got to play two new. Really, Coach LeBree's new too as well. The women's basketball coach is new as Coach Nolan Smith. So we see we can bring some of that energy to basketball too as well. But definitely, I haven't been to a game yet. All three of you guys have, but I can definitely see the difference. And people are saying
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this game, right? And our numbers aren't how they were when we were there, but
no,
you can sort of see, um, that people are actually smiling and enjoying and taking pictures. We have this one social media group. We think we mentioned another interview we had, but they were saying post a selfie at the game, and you saw a social media group. It was hundreds of people posting their selfies. So
mm,
the energy is changing.
Hmm.
It's
it
getting
is.
there. Yeah, so it's coming there, and this is the groups that they'll tend to not speak that. It's about going to the game. It's like negative energy, right? Going over it. But this way, you saw hundreds of this boom, 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 boom. I'm here. I saw someone, so I saw someone in the group. So it's like, so energy is
Right.
sort of shifting. The energy is changing.
It
We
is.
just gotta keep pushing the ball forward,
That's
and
right.
keep engaging folk. And
That's
I
right.
think basketball season is going to be lit. I
I
think
do too.
basketball season is going to be real lit. I
No, I
tell
Yeah.
agree.
you, my neighbor, she going on an official visit for homecoming. You're gonna have to
Oh,
put one
okay.
in.
Okay.
We got to seal the deal. My neighbor, she plays basketball.
Mm-hmm.
She's going on her official visit during homecoming. We gotta
We
seal the
got
deal.
her.
Yeah.
We got her. Y'all gonna be here for homecoming, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. I don't know when I'm coming, how I'm getting there yet, but that's
Oh
that's
man,
the
I get
plan.
that.
I'm a
I get.
last minute when I make my travel plan, so I'll be there
Mhm.
one way or another.
Well, I'll be there Wednesday night.
I have a
Wednesday night.
senior in I have a senior in high school. She's doing her last cross country meet. I'm trying to convince her that it's okay for me to leave, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Come on, man. We gotta make that 40,000
Yeah, there
attendance,
you go.
okay?
Now, technically, it's short. Because the TCU manager run cross. It's short. It's in the morning. So you get out
Yeah,
of there. Catch a flight
bro. You,
in the
you tell her to
morning.
run the fastest she can run, so you can get up out of there, brother. You're
Right.
telling. It's only. I
So you
think high
gotta
school.
go.
High school is only 2 miles, man. She'll be able to do that in 10 minutes at tops.
So we'll see. But hopefully, basketball season. I'm gonna catch a game basketball season. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm catching football.
I tell y'all, I feel like I went to more basketball games last season than I did football. But again, the football season was more on the road. We
Yeah.
didn't have as many home games as we have
Yeah.
this year. But I feel like I supported more basketball. And I agree. I feel like basketball is going to be turned up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
the hope.
remember, when we were there, Rodney, the basketball was pretty lit.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
lit. So
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on. Y'all graduate in 2001?
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
graduated in
Yeah.
2001.
Man.
Yeah. So
y'all know what our record was? So let me
But I'm
stop.
saying we were there, like the students were
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So in
Y'all
'97,
know y'all had Nolan Richardson the third player.
no, not
No.
'97. He came in '97 though.
Yeah. That's true.
So that's still the championship coach. I don't think Teresa
Oh,
may
yeah,
have stopped
Frankie
coaching.
Allen. Frankie Allen.
Frankie
Yeah,
Allen. Yeah,
he left
I
in
think Teresa may have stopped
'99.
coaching.
Yeah,
That right there, that was some basketball.
that was basketball.
Yeah.
Especially
Carlos, was it
Rogers.
Carlos Rogers?
Yeah.
Monty
Yeah.
Wilson,
Yeah.
Tim Horton.
Yeah.
And
Man,
Tim Hart was a football player, y'all.
was he really?
Yeah, he played football. And he played basketball, boy.
Okay. Well, he
Yeah,
looked like it because he was a stocky one. Yeah.
Yeah. So our very first game as freshmen, we played MTSU, and it was like
there was yeah.
it was like this TSU basketball sold out. It's probably one of the last times we played them.
Yeah.
And basketball left the conference, but yeah, that was like that was a major game. That
was huge.
yeah. Our first 4 or 5 games. Unfortunately, they sort of fell off, because but they actually did make it to the second. They did make it to the finals game though in the tournament, but they had a really tough season.
Mm-hmm.
They had people in and out, but they did make a championship game and lose that year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was still good times. We supported our school.
Don't be hating on our years.
I'm not hating.
TSU badness.
Hey, I'm not hating. Listen. During my years when we had the OVC championship years, so I mean, in 2 of them, y'all look. I can tell you your record in 2000, 2001, but I won't do that to you.
Well,
I'm just saying between the
talk about my years because my years we lost to Fisk and coaches popping the trunk.
You
So
So our years, then we had football team. They won.
Yeah. Now the football was great.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a couple second place finishes. Man they lost twice in the
Yeah.
championship game. They have great seasons per se, but they did make the championship game.
We
The
had
tournament.
LC Cole.
Yeah, LC Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dayton, Ohio.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
Ohio
Look at
boys,
us.
we know how to do it. Hometown. Yeah. I slide in my hometown. It's just it's just natural.
Are you one of those that always talk about bringing LC back?
I was. Yeah, I
Mhm.
was. But that was like my dad and his friends talking about
Mhm.
bringing us back. But it was
Yeah.
a time.
No, that was
Yeah.
good time. That was a good time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Then we had Cheeseboro. The track was winning too, so we won a lot of
Yep.
championships.
Yep. That's
97,
true.
2001.
My
That's true.
girls, they was doing it on the
Mhm.
track.
We had a lot of champions. They're probably the most OC championships probably was doing that
Yep.
4
Yeah.
years when we were there.
Yep.
Probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of indoor championships, especially.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we were loading up back then.
Yeah,
Gotta get back there. So
we do.
one thing, that would be Nick Giants are getting a new stadium, right? And they want to make all the money they can. There's larger teams that want to play at Nissan than us, right?
Mhm.
So, we are talking about the last couple of years, the games back on campus. Hell is sort of like, in the state, right? So one floated idea was to play at the new Temple Stadium. Was not new, but the track stadium. So what were your thoughts about that, Cara? Trying to go ahead and squeeze in a football stadium inside of Ed Temple track.
I mean, I'm for it. Like, I feel like I see all of these other HBCUs with their own stadiums and packing it out and, winning these games because they got all the support right there. Like, I'm so for it. I'm for us bringing our games back to campus. I just feel like we will have so much more support for these guys, for these student athletes. So I hope they can make it happen. Like, I'm with it. I'll be the first one, like, with a sign, like, "Hey, let's do it." What we gotta do?
Yeah, what we got to do. So
Having these
like one.
that's the start.
Having a conversation. Is that what you said, Demetrius?
I said having these conversations and
Mhm.
getting them out there. I think that's the start.
Yeah, I agree.
One thing
I do too.
one thing I think about. We had all these classic games. Excuse me. We would drive everywhere or get on buses. And kids, they're different. They're different now. And it's like I
Yeah.
don't know how willing they are to hop on a bus or, put 8 people in a car and roll
Right.
down. We do that a lot. Everybody get in the squeeze. We go to the game. We all back in
Right.
this car.
Right.
We're going to parties, going whatever. It's like we load up cars and we get in there somehow. Hopefully we pulled over. But
And roll out like we were in a clown car. But go ahead.
yeah. But we got there somehow. We got everybody get back home safely. But,
Right.
the students now are a little bit different now, and so we might have to bring things to them and pull them out the out of their dorm rooms, take their phones from them, and bring it down here. Whatever. So
Yeah.
So
So, Carl,
Yeah, I do.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I was
No,
going
go
to
ahead.
ask you what. So what are you working on next? What's your big explosion? What do you got going on now with
That
your
is a good
with your company and and all the things you're doing at the what who you working with and all that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I am definitely continue to build my Carrot in the City brand with social media content and also event production. So I playing galas and award ceremonies and things like that. So uh, I'll be working on some of those, but mostly it's going to be my Carrot in the City content, social
Mhm.
content that I'm getting out there.
That means that you have a lot of connections with folks you can call, set up events and things like that. So yeah, I got a graduation to playing in Nashville in the spring. I graduate of Tennessee State. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to holler at you.
Yeah, you gotta holler at me
Mhm.
because it's gonna be next level. That's what I do.
There you go. Yes, ma'am.
We organize that Ed Temple football fundraiser. Get
Right.
that game to go. Get the
That's
fish
right.
sandwiches sold. We gotta do
Right.
hot chicken sold. Whatever we gotta do to make sure we get back. On campus.
It's gonna take more than a fish fry.
Definitely.
Be a lot of catfish, brother. A lot of catfish.
More than catfish. Yeah, we got to get out to corporations, foundations,
Mm-hmm.
alone. Yeah, it's big.
So I would say all hearts and minds are clear. So I sort of ended right here. We always end the show,
Well,
Carl,
first of all,
saying go
Carol,
big.
thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. Appreciate your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It's been
Thanks
great
for
having you
having me,
on. Yes,
guys.
ma'am.
This was
Thank you.
fun.
Sorry.
And
Sorry.
can I say this?
Uh-huh.
I'm proud of all three of y'all for putting your voice out there. For the university and everything else that you do as well. I'm proud of y'all.
Thank
Keep
you.
it rolling.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate
Trying to
that.
make sure we. Thank you so much. Trying to make sure we sell a few THC sports fans. Hopefully, we can say a lot of THC sports fans one day.
There you go.
A few to a lot. That'd be great to say that. But yeah, we
Right.
always sort of. So thank you again for coming. And I was in the show was saying "Go Big Blue," so we're going around to say "Go Big Blue."
Go Big Blue.
Go Big Blue.
Go Big Blue. I always
All right.
gotta act like I'm singing, but go Big Blue.
Go Big Blue.